Yo, it's your boy Donnie Cash, Whipping Flex Entertainment CEO. You already know what it is, man. We here with the Late Light Lounge, chilling, and we about to hit y'all up with another episode of the Late Night Flex. You heard? So make sure you stay tuned, man. But today I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm extra excited, man. I got one of the all-time producers that's a legend in this game, man. I'm talking about #1 legend when it comes to that boom bap rap. You could say he's one of the people that stuck his foot in the game. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm not gonna waste no more time, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. My boy Vinny Idol, man. Tell him what's up.
Yeah, man. You already know, man. Vinny Idol, man. You heard? D-Block in-house producer. You know, locks. Everybody, you know, fact rap, idolized music. There's everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know.
That part.
Check my rap sheet, B.
That part. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, B. Yo. You know what I'm saying? I know you for a long time, man. We've been running around these streets of the Bronx since the 90s, you heard?
That's a factory.
Tell them the block you from, man. You can't leave the block out,
Come on,
you know?
Man, 233rd White Plains, man. I'm from Northeast Bronx, bro, you heard?
Talk about
the whole
it,
Bronx,
man.
but Northeast is where I'm born and raised, you heard?
Legendary hood, you heard? They even made a song about it, you hear me?
That's a fact.
Definitely know y'all people watching this show right now know the song I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, man, you know, I would like to know, man, you know, like to know some things, V. Some things I know the people want to know, like, you know, who are some of the people that you worked with in this game?
Of course, I gotta start with the home team, which is, you know, the LOX, you know what I'm saying? Kiss,
Fire.
Sheik, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got Shooter, Non-Trade, you got G-Unit, you got, it could keep going, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure I'm gonna forget a lot of people, but, you know, Math Red, Wu-Tang,
Fire.
the list goes on, you know what I'm saying? They official, like on official album, you know what I'm saying? You know,
That
so
part.
you just check the res, man, you know?
Okay.
A lot of rappers out, man, like everybody, Vinny, everybody.
Say that, yo. I ain't not gonna lie though. You from the, like, how did you end up working with the Locks? Like, you from the Bronx, Locks. Everybody know the Locks is from Yonkers. Like, how did that even work out?
Well, you would think because, you know, we right next door. Cause,
True story.
Yonkers is damn near the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I mean? That's our cousin, so.
True story.
You would think but it wasn't even like that. My Jersey niggas put me on, like,
whoa.
And like started, and then that's how I met Super Mario, you know what I'm saying? So I was signed to I was signed to another production company at that time, you know what I mean? That was, you know, doing a thing, you know, very serious, and they put me on the Mario, and then Mario was already doing the Bad Boy thing at the time, the street team, you know, and so, you know, I started, once we got linked up, I started hanging around with Mario, you know, riding around with him in the whip, you know what I'm saying? We deep in the whip, all type of stuff, man, and one thing led to another, you know, I was doing records from the gate, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, All Out, me, so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
say that.
It just got crazy, so I just ended up with the Locks because I guess through the transition,
okay,
what, you know, what they was going through, you know, I happened to be there and be making beats. Mario, you know, was just like shooting them, you know, because he was in-house, he was like the president, you know what I'm saying? So he was shooting all the beats.
Giving you the alley-oop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Plus I was knocking out joints like, other producers will come around with a few joints, but I was coming with like CDs, yo, 20, 30 on the CD.
That was back when it was a hustle.
Yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, it was nothing for me to make 10 beats a day that was quality.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? Because they was going to be used because P was doing the mixtape Kids. You know what I'm saying? Sheik, you know, he's doing the album, he's doing the mixtape. Then we had T Marlins. Then we, you know what I'm saying? We had, it was like a whole bunch of like, you know, other groups that was down, Bully, Bucky. It got crazy, you know what I mean? So, you know, we just, from that side, I had a lot of work going just by the D-Block side alone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and I happened to be at the right place at the right time. When the features go down, you know what I'm saying? It was on the Vinny beat. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, that's how that started, how I linked up with the Locks. It's, you know, through Mario, and we just got cool ever since. You know what I mean? And, you know, she was the
that
first.
Shit sound
Actually,
like
the Locks
was a movie.
The Locks was the first Actually, the joint I ever did that was on Columbia for the K Slay album. You know
Okay, fire.
The Street Sweepers, and then next, like I did like half
Rest
of
in
Lucha's
peace to
album.
homie K Slay,
Yeah,
you
rest
heard?
in peace, rest in peace. Yeah, so you know what I mean. It just started skyrocketing from there, man.
That
You know?
part.
One
That
thing led
part.
to another.
Can't even lie, man. That shit sound like it was straight action. I remember days in the 90s, man. There was so much things going on, you know what I'm saying? Early 2000s, a lot of shit
Yeah, that was
going
like
on.
08. That was like 08.
Yeah, you know what I'm
09.
saying? A lot of shit going on, man. So, you know, like, have you ever, like, you know what I'm saying, met somebody in this industry that, like, had you, like, starstruck, like, oh, shit, I can't believe this is him, this is her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to remember what moment that was. Matter of fact, yeah, it ended up later on in the career when I actually first met Primo and Marley
Okay.
Marl at the same time.
fire.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it actually ended up in the picture, you know, with both of them. So when I first seen it, I was like, yo, I'm starstruck when I see all of them. Pete Rock, like guys that I grew up with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, yo, word, because these guys is like, you know what I mean?
Legends.
Like, yeah, like superheroes to me, like, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, that's basically it, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, I get hyped when I see everybody, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, that do good music, because I'm a big music fan myself.
Definitely feel you on that one, man. I feel the same way. When I got my first feature from a celebrity, it was like, damn, I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So I can definitely relate to that. But my question to you is what came first? The engineering, the producing. Like, how did you go about stepping your feet into this game?
Well, everything kind of went together.
Okay.
I mean, because I was really starting with the DJ and shit, you know, because I was going around, you know, in the hood, I was doing house parties.
Yes, I
you
remember.
Know what I mean? Parties in my building, you know what I mean?
It was lit.
Yeah, it used to be crazy.
You heard up building 666. You played.
Man. 233rd, 234. We used to be doing so many parties, man, in South Bronx, everywhere, like, you know what I mean? Burnside, you know, I've been everywhere, so I was doing that at first, and then, you know, I already had family that was doing production, you know what I'm saying? My cousin Dave, you know, David DMX. So he already was doing Run DMC, all type of, he produced like forever. Like his like catalog is crazy. So you know, that was already there, and I took a liking to it, and I used to always come out to Queens from the Bronx. You know, when we go and see him, he had the lab in his basement, kind of like saying, you know what I mean? Kind of like how I do. It's like, you know, full circle.
Say that.
So I just, you know, I took a liking to it, man. Once I got my first drum machine, wow, I'm like, yo, what is this? You know?
What age you think you was when you first made your first beat?
I gotta say, man, it might be like 14, 15, because I ain't gonna hold you. Like every time at Christmas, I didn't want, like, I wanted a Casio. I wanted something that was music, like, you know what I mean? That's what I wanted for Christmas. Like, that was my whole thing. So I always had samplers and 4-track machines, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, being out on the block.
I remember.
You know, those days it'll float around. And
you know what I'm saying?
You can cop, you know what I'm saying? Equipment to come in front of the building.
Real
quick. $20, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know what time it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that's just how, you know, everything just coincided with each other, and I started making beats, and I was just doing shit for the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just really the fundamental part of it. And, you know, I just started taking it serious.
That part. So I ain't gonna hold you. I remember, you know, back when I was like 15, 16, everybody wanted to come get a beat from Butter and record in Butter Studio. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Pardon me, but you know, at the end of the day, the shit was fire, man. Like, it started from the ground up. I actually got to watch it, and I honor everything you did, and I definitely want to give you your flowers now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I want to give you flowers now because you deserve them. Whether you put a stain in the game and you really made it up, you made it pop for Uptown. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first people from Uptown, you know what I'm saying, White Plains Road, that actually put a stain in this music game and, like, kept it going. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple of one hitter quitters and shit like that, but you keeping it going and you doing the shit for the culture. So I definitely wanna, you know what I mean, big you up on that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, my G. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But I really want to ask you, like, have you ever, like, working with the locks and shit like that, like, have you ever worked with DMX?
Nah, I didn't get to, like, you know what I mean? I didn't really get to.
You didn't really get to explore that.
Yeah. I didn't get to really explore that side, like, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, it was more the D-Block side, like.
Okay.
You know, X was more on the Rough Rider side, which, you know what I'm saying, which is
still under the same umbrella.
You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah.
you know, I was more on you know, on their side.
I would have loved to hear that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? God rest his soul, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? The brother DMX, you know what I'm saying? He definitely, you know what I mean? These are people that are icons, and, you know, they paved the way for people like the Locks to do what they doing, you know what I'm saying? Because he really was the truth. He was the truth, you know what I mean? But I definitely want to ask you a question, man. If you had to say now, at this moment in time, who's your biggest hater and why? If you don't mind, you know.
That's like man, that's a tough one, bro, because I don't really not you know, not to my knowledge, or like it never been displayed in my face. I don't really got too many of those, bro.
You don't got too
because
many?
like, yo, everybody be like, yo, Vin is, he ain't even on a different type of funny, like, funny style time. You know what I'm saying?
You are a chill individual.
Yeah, I mingle with the youngins, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so the OGs, you know what I'm saying? The niggas my age, like, so it's hard, like, and I don't front. You know what I'm saying? I don't front, like, you know what I mean? I, you know, yo, I'm trying to clap everything out. You know what I'm saying? And nah, that's not me, bro. Yo, we doing music, we chilling, we having a good time, and then plus we too old. You know what I'm saying? You know where we come from, man.
I ain't got no time for the fuck shit.
We ain't got time for that. You ain't getting none of that. No brand, no nothing.
Who got paid?
Yeah, no nothing. Just, you know what I mean? So besides that, I don't know, man. You know, I'm sure I have some haters. You know what I'm saying? But it never been displayed to me like, nah, this stuff, and I ain't fuck with you, nah. I never seen that side of nobody because I don't really give that energy out.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Even if I see it like trying to attempt, like a first time I meet a person and he trying to fill me out, because some people that think, you know, yo, he might be, you know what I mean? He might be
test
Hollywood. Yeah. You know, they try to test the waters like, yo, I just do, yo, nigga, I'm down to earth, my G. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know about none of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the lames is the ones who was always like, I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? They don't be nobody. And they, you know what I mean? Like, so I come from that. Like, I don't got to front and toot my horn all the time on video. I'm in the cut. Niggas, they be like, yo, who is this? You know what I mean? And by the time I leave, they was like, yo, we didn't know you OG. Niggas sent me in the DM, yo, boss. You know what I mean? And we didn't know that was you. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, it's
I could vouch for that. You would be in the motherfucking room on the cut, in the cut. Yeah, nobody even know you on deck until it's too late. You done spun. You done spun on them. Niggas tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? That's it. But you know, I show love, man. You know, I help out. You know what I mean? The indie artists. You know what I'm saying? Major artists, whatever I can do, I show love the same way. So that's the energy I try to put out.
I definitely jack that, man. Hey, yo. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to know your opinion on these rappers, you know what I'm saying, versus each other, if you don't mind, you know. Give me the best answer you feel you can give me, you know what I'm saying? Tupac or Biggie?
Can't compare. That's an argument I always say. They two different type of poets. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pac wasn't rhyming what Big was rhyming about, and Big wasn't rhyming about what Pac was rhyming about.
Yeah, they had their own unique styles.
Yeah, so it's hard to be like, yo, him and them. It's like you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Alright, I feel you. I'm saying. Alright, so I'm gonna ask you another one. Who you think won that battle between Jay-Z and Nas?
Hip hop won. You gotta be political here, brother. You know? Hip hop won.
Hip hop won?
Hip hop won.
I take it. I think, yeah, you heard it from the man himself. Hip hop won. This is why we got over 50 years.
Hip hop one, baby.
Alright, let's talk about it. Drake or Kendrick? Who you think winning that beef? Come on, you could do this one.
Once again, hip hop, but you know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding right now.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
So I can't.
We know who he running with.
Yeah. Numbers don't lie. If that's what they calling off of, numbers
Numbers
don't lie. They both
nice.
They both nice. So you can't take it away. But you know, numbers
Would you
don't lie.
have sued Kendrick?
Huh?
Would you have sued Kendrick?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't do that.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the only thing I can say I don't really agree with.
Yeah, you don't do that. You lost in the battle. Yo,
it's part of hip hop, man.
Yeah,
you gotta
man.
take the losses with the
Come
wins.
on,
you know what I'm saying? This shit is like a street fight.
Yeah, it's part
you know
of
what
the
I'm
game,
saying?
man.
You lose, you win. You can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? But alright, let me see. 50 or Jada.
Man, B, like, yo, setting me up, man.
Yo, we gonna pass that one. I ain't gonna hold you.
Home team is home team.
I was saying,
because I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, with respect to loyalty.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Home team is home team, but you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I ain't gonna hold you 50. I'm trying to get on power, nigga. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a loyal nigga. I ain't gonna stab you in the back. But I do want a feature from Jada if possible. You feel me? So don't get mad at me, 50. You know what I mean? I'm just letting them know up front. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give you something light. Chef G or Fario Farm.
Damn. They both sound alike to me.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, they both, you know what I mean? Chef G right now is buzzing.
Yeah.
But, you know, Fario Farm had a run, you know what I'm saying? So,
they both
you know what I mean?
Like, they both got it.
They both got it. I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard one. I ain't gonna, that one pause. But you know what I'm saying? That shit right there was a tricky one right there, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I like Chef G delivery. Like, yeah, they both are.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you this, even though the man ain't in rap, so you won't even be able to judge him by his own catalog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Versus towards the person I'm about to mention that he still has a catalog that he's producing and continues to produce. Jim Jones or Cameron?
And I mean, you gotta break it down for me. We're talking about more relevancy now or overall.
As far as rapping goes, you know what I'm saying? Rapping, not like relevancy, because you know Cam got his show with Mace, so you know they doing their thing.
He has his show with Mace, but and this is like the argument I see what Jim is saying on that side is right now. More relevancy if you do run across some of the youth. Yeah. They know
Jim, all the way.
You know what I'm saying? But us as rappers, we know it wouldn't kind of be no Jim if it wasn't for Cam.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you gotta be like Cam. These guys are brothers, like, you know what I'm saying? So even like hearing them versus who, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy though, because you know what I mean. I put it like this, like. This is hip hop. There's been times when they probably beefed on record. You know what I'm saying? We probably never heard it, but I'm pretty sure. I'm a rapper, so I know how it go. A motherfucker get me tight, I might fuck around and write some shit for you. Whether I put it out or not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all brotherhood. Brothers fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Brothers fight.
They fight, man.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like, you know, the Cam that I know, was killing them.
Killing Cam was
killing them. You know what I'm saying? But Jimmy right now, like you said, he's still putting. It's 2025, and he's still staying in the game.
Yeah, he kept shooting.
You know what I mean?
He kept shooting in the gym.
Yeah, so you gotta commend that shit. That's a hard one as well. Pause. But at the end of the day, we gonna say it like this. I got one more person for you. I just thought about it. Maybe we can mention this. Big L or cannabis?
Big L.
Big L? Why is that?
Totally. I mean,
why is that? Because cannabis was killing them too, though.
Cannabis is nice, but Big L is he's just, come on, man. You know, that's a different type of animal. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite Big L song?
I like MVP.
Alright.
And then I like his freestyles. I like a lot of the freestyles.
Okay.
There's a few on the album I don't know by heart.
My shit is Ebonics. I fuck with Ebonics.
Yeah, everybody fuck with Ebonics. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fuck with
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
I like the album cuts, like, you know what I mean? So, fuck Wild and all this.
Yeah, that was the era, man. As you know what I'm saying? And since you've been doing this shit, how many years you got in there?
Man, definitely over 20. Because I was doing
20.
this, like the 90s when we was pressing a wax. We wasn't even on yet. We was just pressing a wax. You know, Mike Terrace, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The bros, like, I really started, like, wilding out with this music. So, like, Mike T's and different, you know, my man Stacker died. We was pressing our wax from the 90s, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know, we get the back end from one of the hustlers, you know what I'm saying? That played a major part, too, man, in my journey with the music, is that, they wanted to always see me win, like, nah, you doing that, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, do music, like, so we was always around.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You had the hood locked in. Everybody wanted to fuck with you in the hood, like.
Yeah. I mean, listen, and plus I was, you know, like I said, I was showing love, man. And honestly, I was doing it whether you was whack, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or nice, so I was always giving niggas a chance.
Yeah, that boy, you was throwing the alley-oop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, and plus I owe it to the hood, man, because you know how many households, man, their mothers and gave me records. I go in there and chill one, your mom's just using that? Be a mixer in the corner or EQ or amp that's sitting there been collecting dust. Like, no, you want it? I gotta take it, right? You know, so it's like I owe it to the hood. You know what I'm saying? I got different kids to help me put it together. Like, honestly, like my friends' parents, the strangers on the street. You know what I'm saying? Might be right there about to throw it out. Like, yo, you throwing it out? So, you know, I owe it to the hood, B. You know what I'm saying? Especially
that's
to God in the hood, man. My fans, wow.
That's fire. So you got 20 years in this game. Working strong.
Still trying to, you know what I'm saying, reach, you know, a certain plateau. You know, it takes a little minute, you know, when you're doing it a different way, the way I am.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a little, the journey is a little bit longer, but, you know, it's a good journey.
Yo.
Successful, you know.
It is.
We're not missing off of bad bulls and
that part. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Real talk.
We ain't missing off that.
Since you've been doing this music shit, have you ever had anybody that refused to work with you? Nah, nobody ducking and dodging to get in the studio?
Nah. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean,
what about you? Ever refused to work with somebody?
Nah, nothing. Nah. Unless it's not about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, it's like it comes to a certain point, and of course, you know, people always hitting me up, yo, let's work. So it is a point that I'm like, nah, I do refuse, because there has to be a business point to it. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm not trying to get rich. I can't get rich off of selling you a beat. You know what I'm saying? 2 beats. I can't get rich off that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, I don't know what sometimes people think, but it's like there's a business part to it. So when I'm at the point, you know, at the age now, like, I paid the dues to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's do something. Be in the studio all night free and not a dime. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you can't do that.
You can't do that no more.
That don't even work.
Yeah,
don't even come outside if you ain't got something in your pocket.
And then why would you want to work with a producer that's want to keep you? You know what I'm saying? It motivates. You know what I mean? Everything goes with each other, bro. Like, you know, I could be able to upgrade my equipment to make you sound better.
That part, and I'll be honest, ain't no producer out here gonna work with anybody for free. You understand what I'm saying?
Even these new upcoming, they want bread.
They want bread. So you know what I'm saying? That's like you can't get a service for free. Period.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Unless you bartering and you a hustler and know how to make shit work. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the shit matters.
Yeah, which
you know
is another thing. The barter system that goes down to, that comes across because a lot of the times the budgets be maxed out and you get like across an established artist, so you might just put a barter like, yo, you give me the beat, I owe you a verse.
You understand?
You know what I'm saying? So one hand washes the other. Because I could take that verse and be like, yo, I got a verse. And I could get the verse off, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, I got a verse
that part.
And they know that you know what I mean? It's my verse. So if you want to purchase this verse, you never have a song with this person like that. It's genuine, you know what I'm saying?
That part.
I could get them to say name one of the islands, but, that bartering system works too, but when it's worth something.
Exactly.
That back end niggas be talking back end with ASCAP, you gotta miss me with that conversation.
Yeah, that part, you know what I'm saying? Niggas want they shit straight up. Yeah.
Not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Yo, niggas got kind of everything. You want to do it. Niggas got old equipment, you know what I'm saying? Shit ain't working. Yo, because niggas, we gotta make it happen, man.
Hey, yo, real talk, man. I can't lie, V. I know you since, like, the 90s, so I know how this shit go, man.
Listen, man, I definitely want to big you up, because you still
Appreciate
moving. I say you moving, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta be, yo.
You know?
I can't stay still.
I working.
I stay still, I'm dead.
Carrying that torch.
You know what I mean?
Putting up your numbers.
So, let me ask you, though, before we do end up leaving up out of this shit, man, who's, like, the first celebrity you ever worked with? Like,
it's gonna be some funny shit, but it was Grace Jones.
Grace Jones?
I did a
fire.
My man Pete Duck, man, his pops was like a big writer, you know what I mean? And Project Adams, like he did a lot of records back in the days, like some of the classics that be playing, the disco classics, the R&B. He wrote a lot of that. Up in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he was happened to be doing, a project, whatever, and we wrote a song, you know what I mean? For, I did the beat. It was a little house music beat and all of that, you know what I mean? So we went to the Vibe party. They had a party for the release at the Vibe, for the Vibe magazine, big party. And, like Grace Jones, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, it was kind of just bugged out, you know what I'm saying? The song was even bugged out, you know what I'm saying? But, it was a business, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's crazy. Grace Jones, bro.
Grace Jones is like the first.
I don't think nobody knew that.
That's like
Grace Jones.
I'm definitely giving the exclusive.
That's big though.
Yeah.
That's big, cause especially back then, who Grace Jones was.
Shit. Yeah, back then, you know what I'm saying? So that was one of my, I met a lot of cause they was always around, bro. People, you'd be like, yo, that's you. Fonda Ray and different old school singers they'd be around, you'd be meeting them like, yo, you got big records, like
that part.
Yeah, so that's just how it is, man. Uptown there's a lot of artists, bro. You'd be surprised, man. Like in the Back Bay,
Little Italy area, like about 233rd up the hill. You know
a lot of artists, man. You know what I'm saying? Atlantic Star, a lot of like old school. Like,
you know who I met over that way? The grandmother from Family Matters.
Yeah. Yo, she used to be a White Plains. Oh, yo. No, that's not a cap.
Yo, real
that's
talk,
not
bro.
A cap. That's not a cap. That was not a cap,
real
man.
talk.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Grandmother, that's a fact.
Yeah, man, that shit was real rap. Remember Slick Rick lived over on 233rd over there?
Yep.
He used to throw the barbecues and shit.
Yo, I used to see Slick when I was little, man. Well, popping up in the deli, man, big chains on.
That ass. Diamond eye patch and all that. Crazy shit.
Wow,
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, cause back in the days, man, everybody knew you for the fucking house parties, man. These fucking house parties, and them shits used to be lit, man. I was in every one, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Y'all see those memes that be on the gram when the shorties be against the wall and the shirts off hot and sweaty in the crib?
I'm telling you.
We was doing those.
We was getting crazy.
Word. Like, trust me, man. Running back the same record. Yo, bro.
You know what I'm talking about?
The dubs, all the L dubs used to be on one record. So you can just play that whole record. I buy two, play this, flip the side, the party you be going, man.
I'm trying to tell you, shit was crazy.
Yeah,
yo, what is your funniest house party story, yo? You gotta give us one of your funniest house party stories, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, man.
And I'm gonna do this shit right now for house party, man. August 2nd, pull up.
I got
Old boy
remember,
baseball
man.
field, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the Brooklyn Unity Fest going on. Y'all niggas pull up. You heard?
Man, that's a tough one. I might have to come back to that, man.
I can give you a funny house party story.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I remember the day, man. We was up in the building, man. Shit was crazy. I was sitting here listening to Doodle Brown, man. That shit was Doodle Brown popping. You feel me? Yeah, the Uncle Luke was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That Uncle Luke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I just want to know what's going on. I hear a commotion, man. I end up coming outside. One of my homies, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Chella, you know what I'm saying? End up falling down the stairs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Remember that day he fell down the stairs?
Nah?
Yeah, the nigga fell down the stairs. Pussy drunk.
Oh.
He got into some shit. I guess he got it in. End up falling down the stairs. Shit was crazy, man.
Word, man.
He got back up and started partying again with some chick. The shit was funny. I think he stood under the floor below the house party. I forget what floor it was, but you know that shit was back in the day. I know you got some house party stories, man. It was getting crazy, man.
It was getting crazy.
It was getting, you know what I'm saying? It was not like Diddy shit. You know what I'm saying? Respects to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Man. Y'all already see what happened with his trial. You know what I'm saying? He basically not guilty on the major shit. He got to get sentenced for the minor shit, which is the prostitution charges. At this point, they basically saying Diddy was a trick. You know what I'm saying? At this point, that's what they saying.
Yeah.
Diddy was a trick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was tricking his bread, and they locking him up for tricking his bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, this is the situation. I really dead ass appreciate you coming through to Late Night Flex. This shit was fire. I appreciate you, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got some shit with Vinny coming soon. You know what I'm saying? We might give you a little snippet real quick. You know what I'm saying? Word up. But at the end of the day, this is what it is. Late Night Flex. Got your boy Vinny Idol here. First guest on the podcast. And it's big, major. You feel me? Donnie Cash, CEO of Whip It Flex. Gotta shout out my homie Nate, my brother Nate. You know what I'm saying? Late Night Mobile Lounge. We here. Late Night Flex. Holla at you.
Holla.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. Late Night Flex, man. Your boy Donnie Cash. We here. We in the building. Shit is going down. You about to get an in-house tour of Vinny Idol Studio. This shit don't really go up like that. You feel me? People see it, but they don't even know it's it. That's the shit about it. It's magic happening here. So make sure you pay attention. The boys working. We're going to let y'all hear some shit that's unreleased that I did. So that's even more fire. Just pay attention, man. We working. You heard? Late Night Flex. Holla. Yo, what it is, man. Vinny Idol, you heard? Donnie Cash. This is where all the magic happens, you heard?
Give me all the riches. Nice looking. Look me in my face, try to persuade me this is business. I see you shape shifted,
I'm visualizing you lizards on each other. Things we think through, forget it. It's horrible how you living.
Mentally
be in prison.
Hang with you,
Then go fuck with the opposition.
I'll slice your throat real quick if you put them
in that position.
I'm tired of hoping and wishing. Stupid
Well, listen.
Don't mistake movement for progress.
Hey.
Keep your eye on the vision.
Hey.
You go against fate, your whole life is written.
Hey.
Gotta get to this money. That's my only mission. Leaving a legacy behind is me completing my mission. They don't get it, they ain't grow up cooking coke in the kitchen. Hitting the block, shaking and moving, dodging and pitching.
Get that back
pills, so I see reality stitching. God bless the child that had it.
Yo, y'all need to really hear this, man. This is what he does, man. We here in Vinny Idol Studio, you heard? This is real legendary shit, man. You need to pay attention.
People in the industry, I'm giving all of my thoughts to get your friendship. I know that shit comes with a cost. You'll tell me here, sign right there, I'ma make you a boss. But how can I feed niggas with me if the ball's in your court? You can never understand the type of wars that I fought. Can't pretend to like people, that shit gonna look forced. Fuck you with you some way, somehow I know I'm taking a loss. Might be out that fucking life, no regrets, no remorse. They'll probably give me all the riches, nice looking bitches. Look me in my face, try to persuade me this is business. I see you shape shifting, I'm visualizing you lizards. Friends turn on each other, things we've been through, forget it. It's horrible how we living. Mentally we in prison, niggas hang with you, then go fuck with the opposition. They'll slice your throat real quick if you put them in that position. I'm tired of hoping and wishing stupid niggas will listen. Don't mistake movement for progress, keep your eye on the vision. How you go against fate, your whole life is written. Gotta get to this money, that's my only mission. Leaving a legacy behind is me completing my mission. They don't get it, they ain't grow up cooking coke in the kitchen. Hitting the block, shaking and moving, dodging and pitching. Took the red pill so I see reality station. If God bless the child that had his own, I'm waiting for blessings. I realize I manifest everything that I mentioned. Why believe in luck when I know that this shit destined? I go through life preparing to answer the question. Every mistake I made end up being a lesson. Women acting aggressive like men wanna fight. Niggas acting like bitches, pillows talking at night. How can you violate your morals just for the likes? People losing themselves, man, this can't be life. I know I'm carrying on, but I needed to share. A single father gotta show his son that I always be here. Baby mama claimed him on taxes, ain't had him in years. My fault, it ain't your problem, why the fuck should you care? I guess I'm just stressing, I just needed an air. Must be an idiot if I expected life to be fair. Put in the mud, put in work, and I put in some years. Whipping flex, we next, nigga, we ain't going nowhere. Whipping flex, we next. You know what the fuck it is? It's the X. Holla at us, nigga. You can book us if you got the bread.
Hey yo, you already know, man. Yo V, I ain't gonna lie, man. Long time coming. We about to make sure we drop that shit. That shit coming to you this August. I'm dropping that the 1st of August. So pay attention. Video gonna be shot, all type of shit going on. You heard? So at the end of the day, pay attention to what it is, man. We out here. Yeah. Vinny Idol, man. Legend. You heard?
Cool. Like, yo, man, grab these records. Yeah, I'm ready to carry my cousin's joint, man. Carry the joint. Wow. Yeah. You got a laptop and you plug in.
Punchline Academy. This is where they do it at, right? Right in front of this. I ain't gonna lie, man. They be having niggas going off. Them niggas be going off, though, yo.
You know what records is what? Where they at?
Motherfuckers don't even be knowing, like, magic happens here. Magic.
Yo, this is the phone.
Magic. Word. I'm still scared to get on that mic.
What was that joint
That
on the
punchline shit, them niggas be going on, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to get up there and fuck up.